What's going on, guys? Back today. Allergies got a hold of me. My voice is a little messed up, but this is what we're doing. Gonna be a quick video, I hope. Gonna do the lowering link for the Grom 4.5-inch drop, the one by the Ruck Shop. So if you watched my previous video, if you haven't, I'll leave a link. Check that out first. But what's going on is when I did the fatty kit and the stretch, you can see in here, the chain, right now it's not all the way tight, but the chain right now really rides up against the chain guard. And when I tighten it, it's very tight. And I don't want it too tight, so I have it loose. I haven't ridden it like this yet because I'm just not sure. When I watched the video back of the Ruck Shop installing their fatty kit or installing the stretch kit, the chain did not look that close to the swing arm. It looked like it had a little bit of a gap, which is what you would want. So the only difference between mine and theirs, the Ruck Shop, in their video, is that they lowered theirs. And I rewatched their video again. When they lowered it and put the 4.5-inch drop on it, it looks like that the swing arm, now bear in mind, I called them and they said it shouldn't make a difference because you're not adjusting the swing arm height, you're adjusting where the shock placement is, which is what brings the body of the bike down. But when they lift up on the swing arm to install the shock at a lower position to give you that lowered effect, the swing arm goes from an angle down up like this and sort of levels off. Now, I'm not a bike builder. This is my first time going that far in depth into a bike build. But to me, it looks like the angle changes from a factory tilt to a more leveled off angle, which would give me the relief I need for the chain right here. Because I don't know if it picks up well on camera, but right here, it looks like it's at a little bit of an angle up right here. So then it's putting some stress right here where the chain rides along the chain guard. You can kind of see right here that angle kind of goes up and then curves over, up and then over. So the lowering link should straighten that out, I hope. So we'll see what happens. Everything should go well and simple enough. It's only remove this bolt and put 3 bolts on. I'll probably have to modify the kickstand and cut that off a little bit right here, but it should be pretty quick. So let's get to it. Let's put it on and get it done. Actually, you know what? All I had to do was pull up on the shock. Since I got this thing on jack stands, should be able to get it through there. All right, I did use an extra set of hands, but it looks like all you have to do is, since I'm using the jack stand that I got from Harbor Freight, it's already up, so I could just use my hand and just actually take a little bit of weight off the body, just pull up on it just a little bit, and I can manipulate that. Of course, the job will be a lot easier with 2 socket wrenches. I don't have 2 socket wrenches. I gotta make do.
Waiting to watch the world.
So I don't know if I talked the last time about things never going as planned, but I didn't realize I had an 8 regular Allen head because the socket number 8, if you try putting the socket number 8 in down bottom, you can't get a socket wrench in because it hits everything over here. And the T-handle one I have is too big, so good thing I have one of these. All right, here we go. Big reveal. We're gonna see if this makes a difference here. And it already looks up on the jack, lowered, so looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to modify the kickstand because it's not gonna lean over at all right now. I'm holding it up. So I'm gonna put it back up on a stand and chop that down. But as you can see here, this has a lot more slack than it did before I started. So if I tighten this chain up back here, it should bring that tension up off that shaft up there, or off the sprocket up there. So let's go ahead and set it up. All right, here we go. Let's try tightening the chain up, see what happens. I'll be damned, look at that. It's not touching. All right, so I got both cams set up at the 1 o'clock position. They said 12 on theirs, but that's just the way my chain is sitting right now, so both are at the 1 o'clock position. So my wheel should be straight. And it looks like chain is just a little tight. Well, they say about 1 inch of play. That's about 1 inch of play, I'd say. And look at that. Completely off. The chain, slider, guard, whatever that's called, completely off of that. And here, where I was laying on top of it, it is now not touching it at all. And you can see the chain is straight, not coming through curved. So that fixed my issue. So now I got no problems. I can put the sprocket cover back on. I got my spacers for that. And now we're just gonna trim up the kickstand. We're good to go. All right, guys, kickstand is cut. I didn't want to go too high just in case I would take too much off, so I went about midway up to this thing. So I cut it at a little bit of an angle, kind of out of necessity because I didn't want to remove it. But then it should give it just enough to be pretty good, so let's try it out. I don't have a little foot on the end like a kickstand would, but it does sit in that flat area, and it's not too far over, and it's not too straight up either. So like it's not going to, like if I were to stand here and move it, it's not gonna like fall over unless I give it a really good push. So I probably could have taken it off a little more, maybe another 1/2 inch or so to give me a little bit more lean, and I may do that in the future. But I think it looks pretty good. The only thing I'm gonna have to do now is relocate the license plate, because when I sit on it, guaranteed that's touching the tire. So I'm gonna have to probably move it, bend the bracket, and move it in the back here and bolt it onto the back of the cans. All right, guys, there it is, lowering link installed. Of course, nothing ever goes as planned, but made it through pretty easy. So let's get the final shots of the after. All I gotta do now is really put the front wheel on, and it's pretty good except for little things. All the major stuff is done. All right, guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, SteveMP5, and see you next time.
Yeah.